G'day playmates, and welcome to CSX Heavy Haul. This is going to be a short instructional video basically on how to use the computer on the locomotive, the GE AC4400, to help you load coal to make operating the locomotive to efficiently get all the coal loaded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into scenario mode. Let's go back to scenario mode, and we're going to just run the first part of this Power in America Part 1. So having travelled to Rockwood, which is the end of the northern part of the route, you're quickly put to work at the nearby mine, finish loading a train with coal and prepare it for its journey east to Cumberland Terminal. Okay, so let us start the scenario up, and we just go through the various splash screens to get into the game. Now we should get some instructions. Yep.
You've been assigned a unit coal train today, which is currently at Rockwood loading facility. First, complete coal loading and bring the train back to Cumberland Terminal.
Okay. So this this particular train, the 4400 is the only one out of the three that actually has an onboard computer. So let's hop on board. Okay, so our first objective is to head a couple of 100 yards down the track to the coal loading facility. Just a quick setup. Let's make sure that the front lights are bright, and the back headlights I'll set to dim. Okay, and I'll set a couple of views up. First of all, I'll set up a front view. And then I'll set up a rear view. Okay. Alright, so we're ready to go. Reverser forwards. Brake off. Off. And we'll need to throttle up. And have to pull this large train. Everything's looking good. Taking a bit of power to get underway. I'm going to keep the speed around about 3 to 4 miles an hour, so it's going to be fairly easy to stop this load. Now that we've got it rolling. Rockwood is one of 2 coal loading facilities, the other of course being at Salisbury Junction at Shore Mines. The main purpose of this is to show you how to set the computer up, if you haven't already figured it out. There's not a lot of information about the computer in the handbook, so hopefully this will help out. Okay, let's pull the train up. And it looks as if I haven't gone far enough, so let's go a little bit further. Nope. Okay, now. Okay, now we're ready to load coal. Alright, so you can either zoom in on the computer, but if you actually press the left arrow, it brings the screen up, and you can right click on your mouse to free the cursor up. Okay, so basically we need to go into speed control. This corresponds to the top row of buttons, this corresponds to the bottom row of buttons. So we need to go to speed control, which is here. Just wait for that to appear a little bit better. Okay, we need to go to slow speed control, F2, and we need to switch the slow speed on, which is F1, and we need to alter the target speed from 5 miles an hour to 2 miles an hour, which we'll use this 6, 4, 3, 2. So that's it. That's nice and easy. That's all set up. Let's go back, and we should be good to go. All right, so let us let's pull the brake off, let's throttle up, maybe a little bit more power. Yep, finally getting underway. You can apply as much power basically as you want. As you can see, my throttle is 4, which would normally pull this forward at a fair bit of speed, but because the computer is controlling the speed, doesn't I can still use a high throttle setting, and it'll still stick to the target speed. Alright, let's have a look at the coal loading now. And let's go to an aerial shot. So as you can see, we're getting between 98% and 100% of coal being loaded. Anytime obviously you're going to get a green marker, means that you've met the required load. So we've got quite a ways to go, as you can see. Of course, the problem is that if you're using the other two locomotives, the GP38 and the SD40, neither of them has got the they're not modern enough locomotives to have the computer on board, so you've got to do it manually, which means doing a fair bit of work with the throttle control between 1 and 0, or between 1 and idle. So we're about, I think, 2/3 of the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. About a dozen hoppers left to fill. Weather-wise, look quite an average day here at Rockwood. Can actually switch these icons on the screen off, obviously. I think when you remove the when you remove the HUD. Okay, I'll bring the HUD back. Alright, let's go back into cab because we're just about finished here. So when the last hopper gets filled. We should get an objective complete coming up. We'll just bring this to a halt, and I'll leave it at that. A couple more to go. Okay, objective complete. Let's throttle down. Get the brake on. Okay, so obviously before we do anything further, we need to turn the speed control off. That's F1. It's now off. Exit. Okay, so there you have it. Loading coal using the IFD. Until next time, rail fans, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.